Hey, what's up, YouTube? Chad the Economist here. So we're gonna do another day in the life vlog. It's been a while since my last one. Actually, it's been a while since I worked. I've taken the last 3 months off because when COVID hit, all these people who lost their day jobs just swamped Instacart, DoorDash, and all the gig apps, and I just couldn't get work. So I was able to get by making more money doing PUA than working. I just kind of wanted to see if I decided to give gig work a try, how bad is it still, or has it gotten better in the last few months? I can't imagine it's improved all that much in a few months. So 7:26 right now. Um, you can see I got a lot of my gig supply stuff here and a couple of bags. The rest are still in the car. So um, yeah, most Instacart stores don't open until 8. I'll try to grab anything I can. That's when they usually show up in the queue. We'll see how bad the bots still are. And and I lost my uh, top dasher status on DoorDash. I can't say I'm surprised. I haven't worked in 3 months.
All right, so it's 7:38. Got the car ready. Turned on DoorDash on this phone, and sure enough, $8 order came in, and it's only right up the road too. So that was pretty nice. Um, so let's go do it. All right, I'm pretty sure I showed you this before, but I'll show it again. Show you how to keep track of your daily gig mileage without using a mileage app or anything. So every car obviously has the lifetime odometer. So this car, it's only like 4 years old. It's got 85,000 miles on it. And then Trip A is, I reset that every time I gas up the car. So this tank, I've driven 227 and a half miles, and it's about halfway empty. And then when I leave the house to go do gig work, I go to Trip B, which I haven't reset in a while. So I'm just going to reset that now. Now it's at 0 miles. So when I come home today, whatever that says, that's how many miles I drove doing gig work. That's how I keep track of my app. Or I keep track of my mileage for free without using a mileage app. You can too. Alright, so it's 8 a.m. Let's see what's going on with the on-demand queue. There was like 5 things in here, but they were all really far away. Still far away and low paying. Like $9.31, 31 items. Customer doesn't tip. It's way on the other side of town. Oh, here's one. Oh, that's Winter Park. That's still a haul. 50 items, 20-some bucks, and that's a double order. That's it. So Instacart is still, I mean, I know it's only been literally 30 seconds, but Instacart is still pretty shitty. That's sad. Been online for about an hour. I'm up to 14 bucks. It's not too bad, especially by Orlando standards. Let's go back to it. So far, DoorDash has been better than Instacart. I know how to get there. Let's see what's going on with Instacart. Alright, so a couple full service orders, but they're way far away. It's a triple, still high item count. I'm really sick of doing doubles and triples. 43, 61, 10 miles. Man, Instacart is still paying low. Like, the only way to really do this is to work in teams, so that you can knock. I get why people work in teams. You like give one person half the shopping list, the other person the other half. Here we go. Just missed out a $42 order. Probably could have grabbed that a little quicker. It's way on the other side of town though. Everything's double, triple for 20-something bucks. 26, 24. Alright, well, it's 10:20. I haven't seen an Uber Eats or a DoorDash in a while. I just dropped off an Uber Eats. And I grabbed about a $25 Instacart order out of the queue. It's a pretty big order though. But it was a flat, I think $15 tip. So that's good. If I have to refund stuff, it's not going to cut into my tip. So this has been my first time doing Instacart in over 3 months. Fortunately, it's going to a good neighborhood. So. All right, so that took a little longer than I thought. Paid a little lower than it probably should have. So it was like $25.75, and it took from the time I accepted it till just now and I dropped it off. Took about 75 minutes. So I only made like 26 on that. So I was like really hoping for a cash tip at the door because this is a rich gated community, but they didn't give me a tip at the door. Maybe they'll bump it in the app, who knows, but it was like $10.75 Instacart payment, $15 tip. I was shopping it like as quick as I could. I found everything that they wanted, but it's still, the shopping alone took 30 minutes, and I had to wait a while because they wanted chicken tenders and they had deli items, which Publix pre-makes, but they weren't ready, so I wound up waiting like I wasted a good 5 to 7 minutes waiting on that. So not really worth it. It's only 11:30 right now, so I think I'll stay out for like another hour. Actually, I'm really hungry, but let me do another hour, and then I'll eat lunch, and we'll see what's going on. All right, so I just picked up a double in 36, and the distance and the items and all that weren't too bad. So it's about 4 miles to the store, a different store than the one I just went to. So, let's see, between these two Instacarts, that should bring me up to, I think, about 60, and then I had, I think, like 30 on DoorDash, and another 10 or 13 on Uber Eats. So after this is done, we should be, actually it should be close to $100. So I might not do that Amazon Flex Block after all, but this is good because I'll knock out this order. It's a double, which kind of sucks, but whatever. And we can at least reassess what's going on. So that took way longer than I thought it was, and once again, I underestimated how many items there were. There was like this stuff. This is a double. It had even more. Well, obviously, it had more items than the last single batch items and units. I had to use 2 carts. Well, 2 carts to check out. So, fortunately, at least this one paid a little more. Unfortunately, the mileage isn't too bad. I think the first customer lives around the corner from the store, and then the second customer, I think they live on my side of town, because we're on the opposite side of town right now. So I'm really hungry. So that was weird. The guy wanted me to put it in his pickup truck bed, which had all this shit in it, and he just carried it in the door anyway. I could have just carried it to the door. Oh, and of course, I just checked Instacart. The queue is completely empty. That's how it was back in the spring when COVID first hit. The gangbusters in the morning until lunch, and then just come to a screeching halt afternoon until actually Instacart afternoon is dead every day. At least like with DoorDash and Uber Eats, you can still count on the dinner rush, but I don't know how anybody gets Instacart orders and once the sun goes down. I don't get it. So. All right, so it's just about 2 o'clock. I've been home for a while, ate lunch, and just checked Instacart, and everything has cleared. I'm gonna start recording my screen so you can see it right here. All right, so we'll start with Instacart. So made $61.49 on only 2 deliveries. So, I mean, it comes out to like average about $30 a delivery. And it did, my total active time online was about 3 hours. So again, about $20 an hour. It's pretty good. It felt like it was longer than that though. Like both of these, like this first one, except at 10:13 finished, 11:27. So that's like an hour and hour and a quarter. And then the second one, except at 11:32. Finished at 1:14. Again, that's just shy of 2 hours. That's really bad for the time. So I mean that one really comes out to like 16 and change an hour. Anyway, so let's add up how much I made. So 61.49 plus what's next? All right, well, 2 Uber Eats trips, 13.69. That's pretty good. Both customers did tip, so we'll add that to it. So we're up to 75.18. And on DoorDash, $34 even, and I did 5 total deliveries. That's pretty good. All right, so we're up to $109.18. Now, I left, we're going to kind of round up and down. So I left at like 7:45 and I got home 1:15. So that's 5.5 hours. So let's divide this by 5.5. So that averages out to $19.85 per hour, which is actually pretty good. It's just that, after lunch, everything stops dead. Like if you want to do gig work like during the day, you basically have to break it into 2 shifts. You either got to, do the early shift until lunch, come home, and then go back out at night. And I could do that because I have this shift for Amazon tonight from 5 to 8. It pays $54. It's just such a gamble, though, because, first of all, it takes about 30, 40 minutes just to get to the warehouse. So that's at least an hour, if not an hour and a half, just driving to and from the warehouse. And then who knows how many packages or how many miles you're going to do. Sometimes you get there and they don't have any packages and you get to turn around and go home. So I'm kind of on the fence about this, although I am considering it because I was talking to someone. I'm selling my Android phone, and somebody messaged me and said, would I be willing to meet them in Daytona? And since I might go to Daytona anyways, if they can meet me at the Amazon warehouse, then it'll totally be worth it because I'll be able to sell my Android phone for like $150 right there. So I'll end up making like $300 on the day, but I mean, that's not usual. So, yeah. So far, I mean, not a bad day, but not a great one. So, stick around.
All right, so it's 4 o'clock. This is an awesome 2-for-1. I was selling my old Fitbit and scale, and the guy said, can I bring it to him? And he's sort of on the way to Daytona Beach. He's not out of the way, but he's going to give me the full $50. Then I'll be happy to deliver. But I always tell people if they want to lowball me, they need to come pick up disconnected. If you want me to deliver it to you, you got to pay my full asking price. So I'm getting $50 for my old Fitbit.
Wi-Fi hotspot unavailable.
And then we'll go up to Amazon, knock that out, and then when I'm done, I'll sell the Android phone to the other guy for $150. So I should be making $200 cash today, plus about 160 something on gig work. So pretty good day. It's not very normal that I would make $200 in a day, though.
All right, I wasn't going to show you the entire, Amazon Flex shift. Nothing special or funny or anything happened. I just had like 28 packages. Fortunately, they were all like right in the city of Daytona Beach, which has never happened to me before. And I called that guy on who's going to buy my Android phone off of Craigslist or Facebook, whatever. And the dude flaked out. I was so pissed. I'm like, hey, I'm here in Daytona Beach. I can swing by because he gave me his address. And he just made up some excuse. I mean, maybe it was real, but he's like, oh, my girlfriend took my debit card or something. I was like, well, I can do Cash App or PayPal. And he's like, oh, I don't have either of those. I'm like, well, I'm not coming back to Daytona Beach tomorrow, so if you want it, you need it right now. And he's like, no, I'll pass. So I was so pissed. I mean, that's what really would have made it worthwhile going all the way up there, which I'll show you in a second. So anyways, I got home about 8:30 last night. Saw some cool lightning on the way. But anyways, let me show you how much I really made on the day. Let me show you the spreadsheets and all that stuff. You might have seen this in some of my previous videos. So I did, made $54 on Amazon Flex, 3 hours, 28 total deliveries. DoorDash, Instacart, and Uber in the morning. I mean, we already showed it. I know it's like 110, but 34 on DoorDash, 61 and change on Instacart, 13 and change on Uber, comes out to a total of $163.18. Not bad. But I had to fill up the gas tank, which is about $14 right there, which is actually really cheap because I used my Gas Buddy. Let me show you that receipt right there. Yeah, so $13.98. I saved $3.15. If you're paying full price, you're a sucker. Plus, I did the Get Upside too, so I'll get I'll get a rebate on that on top of the getting savings, over $3 to start off with. Anyway, so on the day I netted about $150. Not too bad, but and I got that $50 cash from selling the Fitbit, so I made just over $200 in the day. However, I worked very long hours, so in the morning this is kind of rounding up and down, so 7:45 to 1:15, that's 5.5 hours, and then I left at 4, got back at 8:30, that's 4.5 hours, so that comes out to 10 total hours, which averages out to $16.32 before expenses and just under $15 an hour after expenses. And I drove 179.4 miles, which what does that average out to per mile? And all right, it's not bad. It's about 91 cents a mile, and I had to drive up 1.1 miles for each dollar that I made. Still, it's not great. That whole selling the Android thing in Daytona Beach, that's what inspired me to go to Daytona Beach. Otherwise, I would have, hung out here and tried to do DoorDash and Uber Eats and anything I could have gotten on Instacart. Maybe even turn on Uber and Lyft. So, yeah, not a great day. I noticed that. So Instacart and DoorDash, they're about the same as what they were when I stopped working. Maybe one day isn't really a good enough sample size to really make a judgment on, but it's definitely. It's not in those pre-COVID days, and I think it's going to be a long time till we get back to that. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up now. I'm going very long. Check out if you want to get these spreadsheets for yourself, I'm sure I have a video right here somewhere walking you through them. Plus, there's a link in the description below. It takes you right to the page, explains it, and has that video on the page too. Yeah, so I might do a few more days of, doing gig work again, just see what it's like. But I always take Tuesdays and Wednesdays off. Plus I have class tonight. So, yeah, maybe I'll see you again soon. Maybe I won't. Who knows? All right. Thanks for watching.